Hello, world. My name is Scott, or as I affectionately call myself, the Bitter Old Queen. So, welcome to court. I'm glad you came. This channel is designed for queens forced to live in a world of commoners. I have to say my disclaimer right off the top here. I am not a professional or a therapist. My stories and experiences are anecdotal only. Okay, next, I want to introduce you to Leo. This is Leo. This is the love of our lives right now. Our Leo. Isn't he gorgeous? Anyway, he's 20 years old. Okay. He's 20 years and 4 months, or 97 in human years. So it's funny, last time, he came over, or I mean, he was meowing from the bed, but he refused to come over. So here he is. Right now, Dennis is at church. He goes every Sunday, or every Saturday, I mean. And the thing is, I'm an atheist, and I just want to point that out to people that I'm an atheist. He's a devout Catholic, and we still love each other and care for each other and get along. That's what two adults do, whether you're of different faiths or one of you has a faith or not. Hey, that's what we've done anyway, and it's worked for us. So, and he even says, yeah, I believe in your right to feel like you want to do, as long as you believe in my right to my. And I'm like, of course, that's the whole deal about the United States, or at least I thought was you get to believe what you want to believe in, or not believe in. So. I want to say right now too, I have Dennis's permission to talk about this, and that he's been so supportive during this whole YouTube thing. And and this is something that's hard for me to talk about. I was really into it a few days ago, and then as the time got closer, I started thinking about, I don't know if I want to talk about this because it doesn't put me in a very good light. So here we go. Okay. About a year ago, Dennis came to me and he said, I'm shutting down shop, if you know what I mean. So I got very upset, and I tried humor, and I said, "No, but I took down the trapeze over the bed. I got rid of the springboard and the mini tramp, and like, come on, I don't expect that much from you these days, right? And he was like, "Well, remember when I told you when we first got together that since I was 20 years older, there may have come a day, and did you notice that I'm 79? And I was like, I didn't care. I took it the wrong way. I thought it meant he didn't love me anymore. And I thought it had to be about a million other reasons than what it actually turned out to be. So this didn't sit well with me. Um, and so I said some horrible things, and I did stuff like I put the pillows between us in the bed, and I wouldn't speak to him, I wouldn't hug him, I wouldn't kiss him. This went on for about 2 weeks till I finally softened up, and then I realized I said, okay, okay. But then a month later, I went through the whole same thing again. And that time it only lasted 3 days instead of 2 weeks. But I said to him, prepare, this might happen again because I'm getting used to it. It's going to take some time. So he said, okay. And then, I don't know, it wasn't long after that, he came home one day from the doctor and he said, it looks like I have prostate cancer and I need to go for a biopsy. And well, talk about feeling like a piece of what. Well, I felt pretty bad, but that really wasn't important now. What was important is that um, Dennis gets the treatment that he needs, and that I learn everything I need to learn, and I'm there and I'm supportive because all that really mattered was Dennis going to be okay. So, and I felt really ashamed of myself for thinking with the wrong head, but I also don't believe in beating myself up because it doesn't do any good. So the plan of action was to do whatever needed to be done to get Dennis through this. Okay. There is a life lesson in this whole thing. Okay. But I'm almost too embarrassed to put it into words. I'm sure you can imagine how I felt. Okay. So, um, and what's sad too is right around this time, this was last November is when he was diagnosed with, last October was when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He started treatment, chemo early November. What's sad too is his sister died and her funeral was the 2nd of November. So, and then he came back and a few days later he started chemo. And then in February and March, he had a total of 27 radiation treatments, and he'll be on chemo for a total of 18 months. Um, and now it's just a waiting game to make sure that he's going to be okay. Um, but the prognosis is very good. So it looks like he's going to be okay. So anyway, I talked to Dennis about making a cameo. He said he would soon. I said there might be somebody who has a question or wants to talk to you about this. And he said, oh, that he'd be willing to. So that's really cool. The other thing too is that 7 years ago, Dennis had kidney cancer, and he had to have the top third of a kidney sliced off. And thank goodness, they were able to do that and everything. But it started me thinking about eliminating toxins, and I thought I had been doing a lot and everything. But then I found this woman on here. Her name is Taryn Maria. I have videos of her in a playlist on my channel here, and it is where I have been improving our uh, game in this department. Okay, she talks all about plastics and toxins and getting them out of your life. Okay, and our food and everything else. The thing about listening to Taryn though is you can only take one or two videos at a time because it's very upsetting when you start to realize how they're in everything. Our toxins and plastics are in everything. So the best you can do is to start reducing them and reduce your levels, and that's really all you can do right now. And hopefully there'll be some change other ways too. But anyway, Taryn has an Amazon list with all these non-toxic things on it, which we have bought many of. I've changed all kinds of things around in my life here, like I don't burn candles anymore. I don't use air fresheners. And the biggest thing, we got a new coffee pot. It's this old-fashioned percolator type, and it's all metal and the plastic is not good for you. That's in the regular coffee makers. And I like the coffee better. It tastes better. And also it's hotter when it comes out. If you like nice piping hot coffee, this is the coffee maker. It's 80 bucks. It's Farberware. And the coffee is delicious that comes out. Better, much better than any drip maker we've ever had. So that's one of the many things. And so there's all kinds of things like I had already been using laundry sheets. I just didn't know there was much of a difference between them. There is. She has the right ones to use. We also use things like dishwasher tabs and uh, tablets for laundry detergent and all that stuff. And it's all available through her website. You don't have to do any of the thinking. Just go on there and decide what you want and order it through her thing. I'm telling you, it is really something. So, and I feel better since I've eliminated things like candles and air fresheners and many other things. I've gotten rid of toxic items in my kitchen and things like that I didn't realize were toxic. And I swear I feel better, if nothing else, because I'm actually trying to do something and take some action. So, um, a new segment here, second show here, daily proclamation. Um, If I could, I'd have butter commercial music right here. But my proclamation of the day is to make sure you take time to listen to music. Music is really important to me, and I hope it is to you. It can transport you back in time into a place that you want to be, and it's nice. And so, anyway, take time out today and listen to some music. I have a couple playlists down there you might like. They're of like disco and dance and funk and things like that. So. And the thumbnail pic of this video here was our 12th anniversary party where we had just become domestic partners and we threw a party. There are more pictures, of course, from this event, but um, uh, that was how we marked our 12th anniversary was becoming domestic partners in New York City here. Okay. There's another picture of me I posted in the posts, and it's me hanging Christmas decorations uh, December of 1982 in this apartment. So, and I am shirtless in that one. You get to see about half of my 18-year-old body. So, also, Leo has a playlist of cute videos. Please don't forget to look at Leo. He's adorable. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. So, in keeping with the Queen theme, one last thing, and that is thank you for attending court. And you have been dismissed.